Hello, Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly. I've had lots of comments about the interactive links in Keynote and creating quizzes and choose your own adventure stories and different things like that. And I've had a few people that have asked, how do we do that in Google Slides? Because we're a kind of a Google Apps for Education school. So I thought I'll show you how to do that. Now, a lot of people think that because you've got iPads, you don't use the Google kind of environment too much, but we use it quite a lot. And you can see here, Slides is really, really great. So I'm going to create a new presentation. I won't use a template. Let's just call this quiz 1. And what we're going to do is just basically, I'll tap and get rid of that bottom one. I'll put a little question at the top. So I might say, what is, let's go 6 times 7? Question mark, and let's create a little quiz or a little maths kind of quiz. So I might move that up a little bit, see how that looks. That's looking good. And what we actually want here is to create a couple of new slides. So I might actually go to here. I might create just a couple, because when we do our interactive links, we want to make sure that we've got our pages created. So I'll go back to the first page, and why don't we bring in some little buttons? This will look really, really good. So why don't we bring in, go to plus. Let's bring in some shapes, really, really easy to use. So I've got a shape here, let's put that there. Let's go to the top and actually put some color in there. And then I might make 2 by actually copying and pasting, just so that I've got my formatting the same. Whoops, let's go back because that's not working too well. I'll center it, that looks pretty good. Okay, let's be a little bit more pedantic about that. That looks great. You can have a play around with the different things. I might color, let's color one of them, actually go with some basic colors. Let's go with one that's red. Let's go with that, I think. Yeah, just so we can see the difference. And then what you might actually do is put your answers underneath. So you can do that very, very easily by just putting some text down the bottom. And all we need to do really is just say the red one's the actual incorrect one. We might actually just put insert link. Press on slides and actually make that to go to slide 2 and hit the ticky box at the top. So on slide 2 there, we could actually put a little response that says you are incorrect. If you're doing a choose your own adventure, you might have the next part of the story that actually goes through. I'll let you guys come up with the great ideas that you've got. But if we actually test that and press play, let's present it on this device. You can see it's loading. And then hopefully now when I press the red button, it goes to slide 2, which it does, which is fantastic, and so on. So that's just a really great little way of creating an interactive sort of presentation. It can be a choose your own adventure. It could be a little maths quiz where kids are demonstrating knowledge, but we can do it beautifully in Google Slides as well. And the other great feature, obviously, is we can get teachers and other students to start giving some feedback and do some comments and doing some different things that some of the other software and apps cannot do. So I always think that we try and use the tools for what they're good at, and obviously Google is fantastic as a collaboration tool, so why not use the comment section to get kids starting to build these together. And they could even build their own choose your own adventure stories and maths quizzes together as well, and make it a collaborative effort instead of just one student doing that. So I hope you found that useful. I know that I've presented that before in the past, but I had a lot of people asking, how do I do that in Google Slides? And it's basically just hitting the shape and then going to insert link, which is a little bit different to Keynote. Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly, signing off.